Hi, and welcome to the Margaret E. Heggan Free Public Library. I'm Miss Jennifer, and today, for Once Upon a Storytime, I will celebrate Carnival of Brazil by telling a story that happens in the rainforest of Brazil, Chimidyue and the Blue Butterfly. Once upon a time, when the Amazon was even mightier rainforest, there lived a girl named Chimidyue. Even though she was warned about the dangers of the forest, the stories told about the elders about the other world left her filled with curiosity and wonder. One day, as she looked into the forest, she saw a big morpho butterfly dancing with its glittering blue wings in the sunlight. She said with a dreamy sigh, I wish I could be like you. Chimidyue followed the butterfly out of the clearing as it swooped and flapped their wings together. When the butterfly disappeared between two vines, she realized she'd gone too far into the rainforest. She shouted and shouted, but no one came. Chimidyue was lost. After wandering around for a while, she heard a tap, 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 tapping, and followed the sound. But it was just a woodpecker. Disappointed, Chimidyue said, You could show me the way home if you were human. I could show you just as I am, squeaked the woodpecker, but I am too busy to help a conceited human like you. And off it flew. Sorry, just want to go home, said Chimidyue into thin air. Again, Chimidyue walked further and further into the forest until she came upon a house with an old woman weaving a basket. Oh, grandmother, cried a relieved Chimidyue. I'm so happy to find someone here in the forest. However, as she stepped closer, the house and the woman soared into the air and settled on a branch above. Goodness! It was a Chimidyue bird in magical form. The bird screeched, Don't you dare call me grandmother! How many of my people have you hunted and eaten? Why would I help you? And away she flew into the sky. As Chimidyue wandered on, feeling lost and now hungry, a sorva fruit dropped at her feet with a thud. No sooner had she finished it, another dropped from the trees, and then another, and then another, and then another. When she looked up, Chimidyue saw some spider monkeys eating in the canopy high above. She decided to follow the monkeys. Chimidyue continued to eat the dropped fruits until the sun dropped in the sky and night fell on the forest. The monkeys began to climb down in the deepening darkness and changed into human form. Chimidyue gasped in surprise and was quickly surrounded by magical monkeys. Oh, Chimidyue, said the monkey man, what happened? Chimidyue, still in shock, said, I followed the butterfly into the forest. Now I'm lost. Don't worry, you poor dear, said the monkey woman. We'll bring you home tomorrow. Oh, thank you so much, cried Chimidyue, but she came after the pause. Where will I stay in the forest tonight? Come with us to the Monkey Lord's festival. A bunch of them implored her as they started to usher her further into the night forest. When they arrived at the grand house, the Lord of Monkeys demanded, Human, you are not invited. Why are you here? Chimidyue was lost in the forest all alone, they replied, the monkey man. So we brought her here for the night, replied the monkey woman. Though the monkey lord acquiesced with a grunt, Chimidyue felt his eyes follow her. Some monkey people wore bark clothing with wooden masks or painted faces, and everyone drank Mayonnaise beer from gourds. When they began to dance, the monkey lord led them in a march. Some beat drums and shook rattlesticks, while others sang and played bone flutes. Later that night, after everyone had gone to bed tired, Chimidyue was kept awake by the snoring and rumbling of the monkey lord. When she started to listen more closely, she heard, I will eat Chimidyue. When the snoring turned into growls, she looked over at the lord's hammock and saw that he was really a jaguar. Though her heart raced in her chest, she quietly and quickly slipped out of her hammock and ran into the dark forest. When she could run no more, she fell down on the roots of the kabak tree and began to cry. And she continued to cry, even as the morning light began to filter through the dense canopy. She cried until she heard a kind voice ask, "What is wrong?" When Chimidyue looked up towards the voice, she saw the largest morphle butterfly that she'd ever seen in the branches of the kabak tree. "Oh, grandmother," cried Chimidyue, "nothing here seems what it seems." "Dear Chimidyue," said the wise butterfly, "that is the way of the forest. Your village is small, and so change is slow. There is a much bigger world out there beyond your village, and you can't expect it to behave the same." "If I can't understand the forest, how will I ever get home?" she wondered. "I will take you home," said the blue butterfly. "Follow me." Soon they had come to the banks of the Amazon across from her village. "Somehow I crossed the river without knowing it," she said, amazed. "But how will I get back across?" "That's simple, my dear Chimidyue," said the blue butterfly. "I'll change you into a butterfly." And as the morphle chanted and fluttered around her, Chimidyue transformed into a beautiful butterfly. And together they gracefully danced the way over the river. When they touched down on the other side, she was transferred back into a little girl. "Farewell, little one," said the blue butterfly as it floated away into the forest. Chimidyue waved, "Goodbye, grandmother." She turned towards her home and floated there on the wings of a butterfly. Thank you for joining us. Happy Carnival. And this is another Once Upon a Storytime. I'm Miss Jennifer at the Margaret E. Heggan Free Public Library, and I'll see you for another Storytime.